Finding your rhythm, using breathwork to ground during the fall transition. Welcome, beautiful souls, to another episode of my Thought Leadership Series. I'm Rita Savoya, certified breathwork coach, holistic well-being advocate, and your breathwork barista, here to serve you a dose of mindful breathing and grounded presence. Today, we're talking about finding your rhythm as we transition through fall, that liminal time when clocks fall back, light fades early, and our inner world begins to shift too. Have you ever noticed that as the days grow shorter, your energy changes too? Maybe you're waking up groggy or craving more warmth or feeling your mood subtly shift. This isn't just in your head, it's biology, rhythm, and seasonality all intertwined. Modern life asks us to go, 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 while nature whispers, slow down. So today we'll explore how breathwork can be your internal compass, helping you recalibrate, ground your nervous system, and harmonize with the natural slowing energy of autumn. Let's start with the science, of course. When we fall back, our circadian rhythm, your body's internal 24-hour clock, gets slightly disrupted. This rhythm governs everything from your sleep and appetite to hormone release and focus. The shorter daylight hours affect melatonin and serotonin production. Melatonin helps you sleep. Serotonin supports mood and motivation. When light exposure drops, melatonin rises earlier, making you sleepy sooner, while serotonin can dip, which is one of the reasons people experience seasonal fatigue or low mood in autumn. Your nervous system also responds to the environmental shifts. Cooler temperatures and lower light trigger the parasympathetic response, nature's signal to conserve, reflect, and restore. But our external lives rarely honor this. We still think it's summer and we gotta go, go, go. But this is where breathwork comes in. Breathwork acts as a bridge between body and mind, giving you conscious access to your autonomic nervous system, the part that regulates heart rate, blood pressure, and stress response. So every inhale gently activates the sympathetic nervous system, that energy, that alertness, right? Every exhale activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is that rest, repair, renew. Through intentional breathing, you can tune this balance manually, almost like adjusting the dimmer switch on your internal light. Think of it this way. Your breath is the remote control of your nervous system. And during seasonal changes, like obviously in the fall as well as in the summer, it helps synchronize your inner timing with nature's external rhythm, creating equilibrium between doing and being, action and stillness. Spiritually, because you know me, I'd like to bring in the science as well as the spirituality to things. Fall is a season of surrender, right? Trees release their leaves not as loss, but as preparation. Nature models release, reflection, and renewal during this time. Maybe you've been clinging to old habits or resisting rest. The breath reminds us that exhale is necessary before the next inhale. So rather than resisting the slower pace, what if you embraced it? What if falling back wasn't regression, but recalibration, a sacred invitation to return to your natural rhythm? Let's use breath work to embody that, to align your energy with the wisdom of the season. Morning energy reset, 3 minutes. Let's begin with this beautiful morning reset. So if you often feel sluggish after the time change, which happens to so many people, this practice gently awakens your system. So we want to sit tall with feet grounded, okay? So we want to sit upright, but not uptight. So whatever is really comfortable for you. Inhale and exhale quickly through the nose, short rhythmic bursts, like sniffing continuously, okay? So keep your core engaged, and then we do it for about 30 seconds. Then we relax and breathe normally, all right? So we're gonna Okay, maybe that was more than 30 seconds. But basically what we want to do, make sure that you blow your nose before you do this, is we want these rapid inhales and exhales in and out through the nose, but we want them to be rhythmic as well, these rhythmic bursts. So we call these, if you're a yogi, breath of fire as well. But if this is too much for you, you can actually do in and out through the mouth to get you energized as well. So and then work your way up to the nose. Or you don't have to go as fast. So you don't have to go as fast either. So the beauty of this is that it actually, you can notice the tingling energy, right? That circulation, that oxygenation increasing as we well, more so when we're inhaling and exhaling through the nose than through the mouth. But the actual through the mouth is a little more cooling. But again, it's still energizing, right? So we can actually repeat this for 2 to 3 rounds, right? And if it feels too intense, switch to that active mouth breathing. Open your lips slightly and exhale in and out through the mouth instead, right? Again, this activates that solar energy within, helping you feel awake and alert for the day ahead. And you can do it first thing in the morning. So let's try in and out through the nose. Or in and out through the mouth. So again, very energizing, very uplifting as well. We take 3 normal breaths as you normally would. And then inhale. One more inhale. Okay, amazing. How did that feel? How did that go? So this is that energizing breath that we can do during the day. So midday, actually in the morning, midday balance. So this is a little break that you can get in midday. And again, there's that sort of sluggish time if you've eaten way too much or too many carbohydrates and you're not moving, you're just sitting there, you may feel sluggish. So we can actually do the morning one, or you can do this more balancing one, right? And this just to find your midday equilibrium. Okay, so again, we want to sit comfortably with the spine tall. Inhale through the nose for a count of 4. We're going to hold gently for a count of 4, and then we're going to exhale through the nose, preferably, or softly through the mouth with a sigh for a count of 6. So making a gentle S sound. If you find it that through the nose is a little difficult, because that, for many of us, it can be. And so don't worry about it. Remember that this is a practice, and the more you do it, the more you're going to get comfortable with it. All right. So you can either preferably in and out through the nose. But again, if you feel stuffy, if you have, issues with a deviated septum, for example, like just some structural issues with your nose, and you find it really, really difficult to breathe in and out through the nose, then please switch to the mouth for these specific exercises. So sometimes 6 counts exhaling is too much. And again, we want to work our way up to that. So what I recommend is to make a gentle S sound through the mouth, okay, with a gentle S. So it would sound something like, almost like a snake, okay, coming by. So we want to do it slowly. And we want to do it gentle, right? Let's do a few rounds of these. So again, we're going to inhale through the nose for 4, hold gently for 4 counts, and then exhale through the nose or softly through your mouth with an S, making a gentle S sound for 6 counts. Let's do it together. In 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Feel how the longer exhales really slow that heartbeat, right? This is that vagal tone activation. You're signaling safety to your nervous system, your body's understanding, right? That you're not in danger. I am not in danger. You're whispering to your body, I am not in danger. I can rest. I can repair. I can renew. So you want to repeat this anytime you feel overstimulated or even unfocused. It's your built-in reset button. Now you may have noticed I was almost drawing a box, right? So this is very similar. If you insert, add a hold at the bottom of the exhale of the 6, then that becomes sort of a distorted box, not 4 equal sides. But you can also use the breath hold at the bottom. It becomes a little challenging if you extend it to 6 or 8, but you can give it a try. Maybe that'll be in my next video. Okay, good job. So the third technique I would like to share with you to help you really find balance when these seasons of transitions, evening wind down. So in the evening, I invite you to do this for 3 minutes, 4 minutes, whatever you have time for. And it helps to complete the cycle, right? We'll move into actual coherent breathing, your perfect evening ritual. So this technique actually brings your heart, your breath, and your mind into harmony, into coherence, right? And the more you're in coherence, the better you are stimulating and toning that vagus nerve, right? So the better the messaging systems, right? The messaging highway, which is the vagus nerve, sends beautiful, coherent messages to both the mind and the heart and the body, of course, right? So we're going to actually close our eyes for this one. So you can do this. I would recommend it right before you fall asleep. Just do this beautiful coherent breathing, where coherent meaning that we're going to inhale for 5 seconds and then the exhales would be for 5. So they will be the same, right? So inhaling through the nose, preferably, right? Always the inhale through the nose and then exhaling for 5 seconds. Now, again, you have the option here. If you're feeling stuffed, then exhale through the mouth for 5 seconds with a gentle sigh, or we can just in and out through the nose for 5 seconds. Okay. So we're going to continue gently doing this for about 5 minutes. Okay. Maybe I said 3 in the beginning. You can start with 3, work your way up. Trust me, when you start doing this, you just feel so good. You want to continue doing it. Sometimes I recommend to my clients to do 10 coherent breaths. So instead of the timing, having to look at a time, or also working your way up to 20 coherent breaths as well. So we're going to, as we breathe, imagine your breath as waves moving in and out with grace, right? I love to look at it as, and the way I'm going to actually demonstrate this, if you're looking at the video, is actually, it looks like infinity signs, right? Just sort of these infinity coherent breaths with these sort of natural inhales and exhales, natural pauses in between the inhales and the exhales. So you're kind of looking at these beautiful coherent breaths. But I do like, I like the waves. I think I'm gonna pretend the breath is a wave coming in and out with grace, and then feeling your energy settle, right? Your thoughts slowing down is just supernatural, right? And, just let this breath be the bridge, okay, between your busy, busy day, that go, all those things that you accomplished on your to-do list that will still be there tomorrow if you didn't, and your restful evening, right? So let's do that together for a couple of minutes here. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. That was actually harder than I thought to do the wave. Yeah, I'll stick to my infinity sign. But yes, I mean, even just demonstrating it, I'm feeling that calmness, that serenity feeling. I'm really feeling it. So I could only imagine how much that is amplified when you're actually doing the work, right? When you're actually breathing these 5 coherent breaths. And if you found that really easy. Now, we know that anywhere between 5.5 to 6 counts is a beautiful way, cadence, to breathe, to really bask in all of the beautiful benefits of that parasympathetic nervous system activation. However, if you want to challenge yourself, you can extend. If 5 is really feeling amazing, extend it to 6, right? And then maybe 7. And you just sort of challenge yourself. If you feel like you hit a plateau, sometimes with breathing, it can. Sometimes it doesn't, right? Sometimes it's exactly what you needed because you're just super, super anxious, or there's something going on that you can't really get to those longer counts. So then we go back to the 5. But if maybe you want to challenge yourself, you're feeling good, then you can extend it. Or maybe start with 5 and 5 and then move your way up and then end with 5 and 5, right? So just, you can play around. There's so many, it's limitless, the combinations of breathing that you can really do, right? So beautiful work. Now let's integrate. So place one hand over your heart. I like to bring my left hand over my heart. And I invite you, one hand on the belly too, to really notice the stillness you've created. So breathing gently in and out through the nose. And notice the stillness, not by doing more, but by actually aligning deeper, right? Not adding something else to your list of things to do. And ask yourself while you're in this state of stillness, what rhythm is my body asking for this season? Where am I pushing against nature's flow, which is ultimately your flow as well? What am I ready to release? Just as the trees release their leaves, What am I ready to release this season? Now you'll see me sway a lot when I do these breathing videos. It really calms me down. And there's science behind the sway that again engages that parasympathetic nervous system. And that's why babies love it. So you're more than welcome to follow me or not. If it doesn't feel right, then don't worry about that. But yeah, just sort of tuning into those questions and how they felt in your body. Taking a slow breath in. And then exhaling and let that intention land. The more you honor your inner timing, the more resilient you become. Fall isn't a step backward, it's a sacred recalibration. And remember, when you breathe with awareness, you reconnect with that inner timekeeper, right? Your circadian intelligence, and it restores balance between light and dark, work and rest, the inhales and the exhales. As you move through the weeks ahead, I invite you to treat breathwork as your daily grounding ritual, especially during this season of transition, shifting from summer to autumn, autumn to winter. Just 5, maybe 10 minutes a day can really help balance your mood, regulate your sleep, and align your energy with the slower, more reflective pace of autumn. And maybe if you love mantras or affirmations, I love the mantra, I breathe in rhythm with life. I breathe in rhythm with life. I love this one too. I love them all. I release what no longer serves me. I release what no longer serves me. I ground in the beauty of change. I ground in the beauty of change. If this session resonated with you, don't forget, or actually remember, to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need a little grounding right now and is really feeling the effects of this transition, of this seasonal shift. And join me daily for your breath of the day on my Instagram. Practice with me and let's breathe through every season of life together. You can check my website for upcoming events, live and in person, and they're all live, in person and virtual, every full moon. So until next time, breathe light, breathe slow, and stay in flow. Thank you. Hit the subscribe button so you'll get more videos like this. Ciao for now.